Hey guys, welcome welcome to day 3 of the 40-day fast. I am on my way to work, you all, and I have had a kind of a busy morning. I'm kind of off because I'm running a little bit behind schedule, but that's okay. The Lord will redeem the time. I am faithful to believe that the Lord will get me to work on time. But I just wanted to come on for a few moments just to share with you all the devotion that the Lord led me to this morning. I picked up my Bible. He led me to Jonah chapter 3. And one of the things that stood out to me about Jonah chapter 3 right away was the number 40. And you all, when you are asked or called to do anything such as a 40-day fast, it is a life-changing number. We see in the Bible that the number 40 represents so much change. It's a dramatic change, a life change. And so when I saw the number 40, I was like, wow, it caught my attention right away. And I asked the Lord just to reveal some things to me about that chapter. And when you look at the book of Jonah, it's just interesting in itself. And I'm not going to give it away. You can go and read it because it's not long. I think there's 4 chapters, but in Jonah chapter 3, he has to go and deliver this message to a people who are rebellious against God. They have sinned against him mightily. And so God says, look, in 40 days, I am going to destroy this nation. And so he goes and he tells the king, and the king immediately, he repents, he gets in sackcloth, he bows down, he prays, he asks the Lord to, forgive them. He repents of his sins and the sins of the nation and the city, and he requests that all of the people of Nineveh do the same thing. So you had women, children, men, everybody fasting and repenting before the living God. And the beautiful thing about this is God heard their prayers, you all, and he did not destroy the city. In fact, it says God repented of what he thought to do, and he did not destroy. Now, there are 2 things that really caught me off guard, and I've read this chapter before. The 40 days, and that God actually repented of something that he was planning to do. And not just, I'm like, God repented? That is an amazing mystery in itself to me, So I look forward to the revelations that the Lord gives me as far as opening my understanding regarding that as well. Anything that I find, I will share and I will speak on it to you all. But I thought that was quite fascinating. And if you have any thoughts that the Lord has shared with you, hey, please feel free to share. We are growing together. I love to hear from you all and your thoughts, okay? So I've got my little snack bag ready that has my 64 ounces of beet juice. I have some nuts, rice cakes. I have a couple of apples and oranges. I don't have any real food per se, like a salad or anything, because I typically, like I said, I intermittent fast during the week. I don't really typically eat my first meal per se until 2. Sometimes at night, because even if I eat around 2, like you see, it'll be like apples, fruits, juice. So it's not typically a real, meal, which is good for me because it keeps me high on energy, and I teach, and so it's perfect. My day goes by so fast. Before I know it, it's time to go home. So I've just trained my body. And that's the thing, as you fast, and you continue to fast, here and there on your own, you're going to notice that your body is going to be trained. Yes, it is difficult when you begin to cut out refined sugars and you begin to cut out breads. It's not meant to be easy. This is why it's a sacrifice. And there are times when your body is like, oh my gosh, if I could just have a piece of tortilla with my black beans and rice. But just know that everything you're doing is an offering to God, and you're doing it unto God. So you want to give him your best, So yes, it hurts right now. Yes, it doesn't feel so great that you can't eat the things that you are typically eating. Your body is trying to, rebel against you because it's like, what are you doing? I know many of you may have headaches. Your body, that's normal. When you come off of sugars and all of this processed food, it's typical for your body to go through the detox. That stuff's horrible for your body. And when you come off of it, it's like a crack addict. Your body is detoxing, it's weaning. If you're always drinking caffeine and suddenly you don't have caffeine, you don't have your morning coffee, you don't drink sodas, your body's going to react. But it's normal. Even my body, and I eat pretty healthy, but I love sweets. So the moment I take sweets or sugar or something like that out of my diet completely, my body's going to be like, hey, it's going to have all those cravings. But I promise you, after 3 days of not having any sugar, your body won't even want it anymore. So you'll find that, just the first 3 days, if you can get through the first 3 days, your body detoxes and you don't even crave the sugar anymore and all the breads and all of that kind of stuff. So just stick with it, you all. You're going to get better and better with time. With time, you grow, in anything. When I first started fasting, it was a process. I had to train my body so that it knew what was going on. And as you grow in fasting, you'll push your limits a little bit more. Nothing, crazy, but God will teach you how to push through and stretch yourself so that you are able to, grow to new heights. It's like anything. You don't ever want to just stay at the same level. Maybe you started fasting where you did 1 meal a day, and that's what got you through. Or maybe you started with 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that was good for the beginning. But now it's time to grow. It's time to stretch your muscles, and it's time for you to maybe do a 24-hour dry fast. Maybe it's time for you to do a 48-hour water fast. You just have to be led by the Holy Spirit, and he will lead you to it. And I'll talk more about fasting and my experience. When you begin fasting, when I began fasting some time ago, people didn't even really know, what it was. I remember my family being like, are you crazy? You're going to go 3 days without food? You can't do that. They had never seen such a thing. Now, the same people that had all the questions, they're fasting with me. So it's just amazing how people's perspectives change. Sometimes when people don't understand something and they've never seen it done, they are kind of scared of those kinds of things, because they're like, can you go without food for 3 days? Can you go without water for 3 days? Because they say you will die, and none of that's true. You can go without water for 3 days. You can go without water for 7 days, 21 days. So anyways, we'll talk more about that later, but you all have a blessed day. I don't want to keep you long. Remember to keep God first. Remember to speak life this week. You're speaking life, you're speaking blessings, you're decreeing and declaring the things that you want to see, and you're looking for ways to be kind, looking for ways to encourage others. As we fast, we're building others up too. And I want you, here's your homework, go and read Isaiah 58, because it talks about what a fast is and what a fast is not. And you want to make sure that you are pleasing to God. All right, so you all have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.